Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals One Piece. Whoa. I can't do it, because today is a simple review of One Piece chapter 823. I told you guys, alright? Team! Before I get to that, let me say this. The reason why I am only doing a review, and this will proceed for the next few weeks, temporarily, but it could be permanent. The reason why is because if you don't know, right now I have 3 copyright strikes. Not 1, not 2, 3 copyright strikes. And on top of that, if I get a 4th one, my channel is immediately terminated. Not a good sign. Now, the reason why is because live reactions have been getting taken down, even the old ones that I no longer even care about. And the latest One Piece chapter live reaction, was taken down by Shueisha. So I've taken a few precautions, and when it comes to live reactions, this week, no One Piece live reaction. However, next week there will be. And next week they'll be on the 2nd channel, my backup channel. King Lightning 2, Ni, the 2nd, Zwei, whatever you want to call it. And that backup channel is where I will be doing live reactions up until a certain point in time, possibly. And it may be permanent because I don't like dealing with this channel being at risk. So maybe have a backup channel where that channel could be at risk, but this channel will always be fine. You see what I'm saying? So, if you don't know, that's the gist of it. Now, let's get back to Team Blackbeard. What the fuck did we tell you? Everybody on Team Blackbeard was saying, listen, man, you don't understand. You don't get it. Team Blackbeard. You don't get it, Team Blackbeard. Say ha 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 all day, every day. Team Dragon. Oh, no, well, he has the D and blah, blah. Team Blackbeard. Now, before I go any further, Team Blackbeard, let me talk about everything else. And by the way, since I do have 3 strikes, you can guess it. I can't do videos longer than 15 minutes. That's pretty obvious. But whatever. So, here's the thing here. Let's talk about the Reverie, because this is fascinating. Oda is clearly setting up what I think is going to be very, very cool. All these princesses that know Luffy are going to meet up. Like, oh, shit. Like Shirahoshi, Vivi, Rebecca. Viola's cool. So they're all going to meet up at the Reverie, and then they're going to talk about a lot of things. And it looks like Vivi's father, Cobra, I think his name is? I forgot his name. But Vivi's father, he has some very important shit to talk about. And on top of that, we have the stuff involving the fishmen actually living elsewhere on the surface. Queen Otohime's dream of having fishmen partake in the Reverie has been achieved. They have the petition, and now they're going up there. Shirahoshi, I mean, she's crying constantly. I mean, she's still better than Rebecca. She honestly is, all right? But she's still crying constantly, and she's scared to go. However, she has to go because it's very important shit, obviously. It's for the betterment of their country, of their species. We're gonna see some new familiar faces. The current king and queen of the Goa Kingdom, Sally, Nantucket, and then you have Stelly. Oh, Stelly. Like that pugnacious little shit that Sabo lived with, like their adopted kid. He is now the current king of the Goa Kingdom, which would actually mean that Sabo would have been the king of the Goa Kingdom if he actually stayed. I think. I believe so. Yeah, we can make that correlation right there. I believe so. So, fucking Sally Nantucket. Okay, Sally Nantucket. So, that's fascinating. Now, maybe we saw her before. I don't think so. Because I can't pinpoint where, like, maybe, because there was one girl. I remember during the Sabo flashback, there was one girl that was talking to her dad about, like, the fire that was going on in, like, the trash area around the actual, like, civilization area. Maybe it's her? Maybe? Wapol and like his Dark Drum Kingdom, showing the South Blue, they're gonna go. Unbelievable. Dalton's gonna go, and he's bringing Kureha. No, I'm sorry. Kureha wants to go. She wants to go be the ship's doctor, so she's gonna be there as well. So one of the biggest things here, when it comes to this massive story progression involving people all over the globe, is that these folks, some of these folks, have a connection with the Straw Hat Pirates. The Fisherman just being there for the first time ever, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. But it is Vivi's father that's going to bring up the stuff about the Blank Century. When it comes to the families that became Celestial Dragons, Tenryubito, the Nefertari family were the only royalty that said no. We will not go up there to the Holy Land, Mary Jo's Pub. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to stay down here in Alabasta. That is very important. So he wants to find out more about his ancestor, the king that had the choice to go up there, but he said no. That is very important. That is extraordinarily important. And I like that. You get to see some of the Prudence Empire, and the Prudence is stupid because Elizabello, his castle was like flexing. I'm like, dude, real what? His castle is flexing, muscles for days. Okay, now before I go to the next part of the story progression, I do want to talk about a bit of characterization here. I mean, first of all, you get to see again Vivi's father. He's actually fairly ill. You see more gray hair on him, so he is not exactly in the best condition right now. Vivi herself has more confidence, that's very obvious. Sure, Hoshi is the same, but that is no surprise right there. Then you have Carrot, where she shows like a little bit of a dark side when it comes to her carrots. Like, Luffy's eating one of her carrots, and she like just spears the fucker. And then it's like biting on his neck. He almost got taken out, quote unquote. So it was a gag moment, but basically don't touch the carrots. If you do, then she'll get hostile. But you can pet her on the head and she'll be okay for the most part. So Carrot does have that little quirk to her. And also noticing how Carrot, this is her first time away from Zoe. That is very obvious, right? She's looking around, oh my god, this sea, what a wonderful land it is. The journey, yeah, the sea's a very large place. I brought like half a day's worth of food. It's gonna take them several days to get there. So clearly, this is her first time away from Zoe. So Carrot gets the most characterization in the second section of the chapter. Pedro likes high places, and that's really it. Now, finally, getting on back to story progression. Team, oh baby, Team Blackbeard. Now here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. Is it actually the case in which Blackbeard came in there, he decimated, and then dipped? Could be. It could be. However, I do have to acknowledge that when it comes to Team Dragon, because, you know, Team Dragon right now, understand that Team Dragon is on the massive defense. They have their shields up. Like, god damn it, man. Because news has spread that Baltigo is in ruins. So let me read you what Pedro says. So right here. A land that was for several decades shrouded in secrecy has finally been discovered. The headquarters of the Revolutionary Army, Baltigo, already in ruins. The world shaken to its core. Now, number one, let's talk about the dialogue real quick. When Pedro says, and he reads the paper, and it says, a land that was for several decades shrouded in secrecy has finally been discovered. Who discovered what was going on with the Revolutionary Army? Well, obviously, the Blackbeard Pirates are no longer affiliated with the world government because he's no longer a Chichibukai. However, remember that Cypher Pole, Aegis Zero were on the heels of the Revolutionary Army. Remember that. Rob Lucci! Yeah, Rob fucking Lucci and company were on Sabo's heels. So, it is important to note that Rob Lucci and Cypher Pole were probably the ones that actually discovered and revealed to the world where Baltigo was. But by the time they got there, it was already in ruins. It was already destroyed. So that means that Rob Lucci and company, they got there after all this chaos occurred. So that all being said, now we can talk about the chaos part of this. And there are a few options. A, it is Dragon himself finding out or I guess in this case, the Revolutionary Army themselves found out that someone knew the location of their base. So Dragon ordered the destruction of his own base, and the entire army just left, like they just bailed. That's A. B is the Blackbeard pirates, with or without Teach himself. They actually went there, and then they engaged in combat against the Revolutionary Army. That's B. And then the chaos ensued, the place was destroyed, and then they got Burgess, they got whatever they wanted, or whatever. Or maybe they fended off the Blackbeard pirates, and then they didn't get what they wanted, but they got Burgess back, and like they just left. So the chaos itself could have been just that. So there are possibilities as to what actually occurred. But right now, all I gotta say is, when it comes to Team Dragon, Team Dragon is on the defense. The shields are up. They're blocking right now. Because Dragon and the boys, there is a chance that the Blackbeard pirates came in there, they got what they wanted, and they fucking dipped. They got Burgess, they got the weapons, they ransacked the base. What the fuck is going on here? We got our shit. Peace, bitches. We out, Team Blackbeard. With or without Blackbeard. Just saying. Just saying, alright? Team Blackbeard, Team Dragon, it was a stalemate. Now, the spectrum has shifted in Team Blackbeard's favor. Now, we are on offense, and Team Dragon is on defense. Team Blackbeard. Yeah, alright. So before I go, last thing, number 3, when it comes to the paper itself that Pedro is holding, let's talk about that for a few minutes, or for a quick second. First of all, you have the main title. Then you have the actual world government logo on the top left-hand corner. Then you have the actual picture of Baltigo in ruins. Then you have, in the middle right, from right to left, you have Dragon, and then you have some person wearing a top hat, who is probably Sabo. Now, it could be Rob Lucci, but odds are it's not. So we're going to say Sabo. Then there is a picture underneath Dragon, who may be another person involved with the Revolutionary Army, someone of high rank, maybe Koala. I'm not too sure if she's actually of high rank or not, but regardless, there's another picture underneath Dragon who I'm guessing is another person of high rank in the Revolutionary Army. And then finally, there is a picture in the bottom left-hand corner, and it's looking like my dude is a ha-ha-ha Team Blackbeard. That's what I'm getting from the actual cover page of the article, of the newspaper, because I don't see anything else of note. There are scribbles there, obviously, like some X marks, but all in all, it's the pictures. Baltigo, the headline, Dragon, probably Sabo, someone else of high rank in the Rev, and then in the bottom left-hand corner, it looks like it's Blackbeard. To me, it looks like it's Blackbeard, all right? But it could be someone else. It could be... No, that, I think, is Blackbeard. It's that chin, it's the nose. Yeah, I think it's Blackbeard. I think it's Blackbeard. So, assuming that that's Blackbeard, and we know that the headline cover page is about the Revolutionary Army, we can make the clear deduction that Cypher Poe Agent Zero had no direct role when it comes to the destruction of the base in Baltigo. And my guess here is that since you have Blackbeard in that corner, Team Blackbeard for the motherfucking win. All day, every day, 24/7, 361, 2, 3, no, 5. So that being said, overall, this was a great chapter of One Piece, and I am done. So King Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe. As always, peace. Have a nice goddamned day.